He was gunned down on Christmas Day. 8 years later, the homicide is still unsolved.
And tonight, the victim's father speaking out. Here's I-Team reporter Christina Williams with Case Files.
I want them to be held accountable because it's wrong. No matter what he was doing beforehand or afterhand, it was just wrong, and I want someone to be held accountable.
Robert King wants answers. It was Christmas Day 2015. His son, Jofre King, was on the east side. He was inside a house in the 800 block of Rogers Street near Navarre. Around 7:40 that night, police received a 911 call. There were reports of someone dead. When police arrived, they found King. He was shot inside of the house, once in the chest, and his death was ruled a homicide. Detectives say there was a second person shot at that same location who later showed up at a nearby hospital. Police have looked at multiple potential suspects, but no one's ever been charged. King says his son was born and raised in Toledo, left and went to Columbus, and had returned just a few years before his death.
How long was he involved in the streets?
Since he was like 15, because he left his mother's home around that time, and he'd been out in the streets since then.
His father says he was living a life on the streets, dealing drugs, and believes his arrest just 1 month before his murder is linked to the crime.
So you think your son was targeted?
Yeah. It's just that I can't prove it.
King was picked up by police and had multiple drugs ready to sell. After 8 years, Robert King says he forgives the shooter, but wants someone to be held responsible for the murder.
I know that there are no such thing as smart criminals. So somebody said something to somebody. So I'm just hoping that whoever heard of the plan beforehand or heard after the fact, I just hope someone would say something.
If you have any information about the homicide of Jofre King, you can call or text Crime Stopper. That number's 419-255-1111. You could be eligible for a cash reward. And if you have an unsolved case that needs attention, email me, casefiles@13abc.com. Reporting for the I-Team, Christina Williams, 13 Action News.